days bring hope. Religious faiths across the world and across time have celebrated holy days to remind followers of important articles of their beliefs. It should be understood that by holy days, we refer to the deep beliefs of a faith, as opposed to the term holiday, which suggests a more secular celebration. Common to most faiths of the world is the belief embodied in the word hope. The winter solstice was a holy day for many ancient faiths who found meaning in the natural world around them. For ancient Romans, the festival of Saturnalia at this time of year celebrated the agricultural deity Saturn. This festival of light was marked by many candles representing the search for truth and knowledge. In later years, the Romans celebrated the renewal of light and the coming new year with a festival of the birth of Sol Invictus, the unconquerable sun. These festivals included feasting, plays, and gift-giving. Ancient Persians celebrated the birth of the god Mithra, who embodied truth, goodness, strength, and friendship. This festival, called Yalda, emphasized the victory of truth and goodness over evil and darkness. Yalda still exists today as Iranians the world over gather in groups to stay up all night, eating nuts and fruits while exchanging stories and poems and watching for the dawn of the sun. Yule was an early Germanic pagan festival involving bonfires, feasting, the final slaughter of pigs and cattle, and the paying of debts. Yule later was used in Nordic countries in combination with Christmas. Among Native American tribes, the Pueblo and the Hopi people celebrate the winter solstice and the rebirth of life as the sun begins its long return to its full life-giving strength. In many revived pagan traditions, these holy days are called Sabbats, from the familiar word Sabbath. Followers of Wicca celebrate 8 such holy days, commemorating phases of the changing seasons. At this time of the year, we celebrate the winter solstice and the holiday known as Yule. Winter solstice is the shortest day of the year, and, by implication, the longest night. This is a magical time of between, when the very rhythm of the earth changes and the wheel of the year draws to a close before starting on its next great turn. Imagine, if you can, the significance of such an event to the pre-Christian tribes living across Europe. Imagine life in the countryside, chopping wood for the fire, fetching water from a stream, the only food that which you have labored to grow, the only clothes those you have made. Imagine at the end of the day, no TV or recliner or couch, just a bench to sit on a few moments to eat your meal, then perhaps a short time beside the fire before lying down on a pallet on the floor. Rise and repeat, rise and repeat. Over the course of the years of your life, you learn the rhythms of the world. How good is the sun that shines. How dark are the nights. And you hear in your blood the heartbeat of the world. You hear and see those moments when the heartbeat stills for just a breath before beginning again. When the winter cold wraps you and the stored foods are diminishing, when the youngest and the oldest are dying, when the dark nights get longer and longer, wouldn't you cling to the hope of past years that winter must end, that the sun's light will grow strong again? Hope that the returning sun will bring more hours of light and warmth and health and crops? And on that darkest and longest of nights, wouldn't it be good to gather around a fire with friends and neighbors, to exchange stories and songs and what little food there might be to spare? This is how we keep our hopes alive. Hope first for immediate survival, then hopes for family and friends and loved ones to thrive, then perhaps hopes for those we don't even know. The paradox of life and death, of darkness and light, of hope and despair, is perhaps what makes humans different from other creatures. For us, in every darkness, we look for the light. In every struggle, we look for a solution. And every faith can offer hope. Among new pagans, there is a goal of returning to a more earth-centered view of life, defined by the seasons and the simplicity of a more natural world. On the Wiccan path, our Father who art in heaven is the sun that lights our sky. The sun guides us out of physical darkness and also represents our spiritual growth and transformation. When the sun returns at this time of our year, we are reminded to turn away from the dark, superficial life around us. Let go of our very human faults and focus on setting goals to help us experience a true enlightenment that brings peace of mind and spirit. Since our time frame of the world is seen as a circle instead of a straight line, we are given this chance every year, along with the opportunity to realize that the peace of mind, which will bring real peace on earth, can be seen in the slow movement of the sun and stars. For all people of all faiths, the winter solstice holds out the fragile gift of hope. The hope that winter will indeed end and the sun will bring longer days and warmth. In our world today, people of faith can look to this holy day for inspiration in the search for enlightenment, leading to more fulfilling lives. On this day of the winter solstice, we are offered a holy day with the light of hope for all the people of the world. Blessed be.